Welcome to Trending Faith here on GCU TV. My name is Ashley Romantic, and let's get started with our question. Does time heal all wounds? What do you think, Tim?
Well, that's a great question. I think when people ask that, it seems to me that most people are wondering, will the memories ever go away? And I don't know if they will. I think in this life we are kind of a victim of our memories to some degree, and I think when difficult things happen and we feel wounded, that we're hoping that we'll get to a place in life where the memories will just disappear. And I don't know that that happens. I think that as time goes on, maybe we will remember less about the pain that we experienced. But I think at the root and the heart of that question is, will I ever get beyond this? Can I get past this? And I think most of us have experiences in our life, whether they leave physical scars or emotional or spiritual scars, that sometimes are difficult to get over. But I do think that as time goes by, we learn to live with, the difficulties we've experienced or the pain that has come into our life. And so in some ways, I think we can get beyond, the wounds that we've experienced. But I think it's a little hard to say that we will ever forget most of those difficult experiences that we've had in life. But God has an amazing way of helping us deal and cope and move on, even if we've had some really difficult experiences in our life. And so I think that's the upside of the story. When difficulty comes and pain, we experience pain in our life, that God has an amazing way of helping us learn to live with it and learn from it and move on from it if we give Him that opportunity. But I think a lot of times people really struggle with difficult memories of painful experiences, and sometimes those won't go away, but we hopefully learn how to live with them.
Do you agree, Jason?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Tim's making some fantastic points about the way that we cope with these things and deal with these things during our lives. Certainly, God is going to be the key factor there. And when we think about our relationship with God, there's a sense in which as we move closer to Him, and of course He moves close to us, there is more potential, more opportunity for healing, whereas a person who distances himself or herself from the healer, the great physician, is not going to experience the same sort of healing. I wouldn't want to say that time per se heals all wounds. I would want to say that that history is going somewhere. Time is leading somewhere. It's leading toward an end point. The book of Revelation offers this really interesting passage in chapter 24 where it essentially says that the weeping will come to an end, the suffering will come to an end. God Himself will wipe away every tear. And at that point, it's not the time that has healed the wounds, it's the conclusion of time, and it's this opportunity to reconnect face to face with our Savior and to begin to understand in the perspective of eternity why we suffered, what difference it makes, how our souls were formed for an eternity with God. And so there's a lot more to be said about that, but I think that it's just an incredible process, and we're in this moment learning things that are of eternal value, but it's very difficult in an instance where you're suffering to just say, oh, it's going to be all right. It doesn't feel like it's going to be all right at every point.
Well, thank you, Tim and Jason. And as always, if you have a question, please feel free to send it to us at trendingfaith@gcu.edu or use the hashtag trendingfaith.